MCQs, Writing and City Life Early Societies. Comprehensive multiple choice questions based on Theme 1, Writing and City Life, for preparation, Site 1. Section 1, Introduction to Early Societies in Mesopotamia. 1. Where did the earliest cities in the world develop? A. Egypt. B. Mesopotamia. C. China. D. India. Answer. Mesopotamia, Site 1. 2. Mesopotamia is located in which present-day country? A. Iran. B. Syria. C. Iraq. D. Turkey. Answer. Iraq, Site 1. 3. The name, Mesopotamia, is derived from words of which language? A. Latin. B. Greek. C. Sumerian. D. Akkadian. Answer. Greek, Site 1. 4. Which two rivers enclose the region of Mesopotamia? A. Nile and Tigris. B. Euphrates and Tigris. C. Indus and Ganges. D. Tigris and Amazon. Answer. Euphrates and Tigris, Site 1. 5. What was the first known language of Mesopotamia? A. Akkadian. B. Aramaic. C. Sumerian. D. Hebrew. Answer. Sumerian, Site 1. 6. When did the gradual shift from nomadic life to settled agriculture begin in early societies? A. 5,000 years ago. B. 10,000 years ago. C. 2,000 years ago. D. 15,000 years ago. Answer. 10,000 years ago, Site 1. 7. Which crops were primarily grown in West Asia during the early agricultural period? A. Rice and maize. B. Wheat, barley, peas. C. Millet and yam. D. Cotton and sugarcane. Answer. Wheat, barley, peas, Site 1. 8. The gradual replacement of Sumerian by Akkadian occurred around which year? A. 3000 BCE. B. 2400 BCE. C. 1400 BCE. D. 1000 BCE. Answer. 2400 BCE, Site 1. 9. When did archaeology in Mesopotamia roughly begin? A. 1920s. B. 1840s. C. 1760s. D. 1960s. Answer. 1840s, Site 1. 10. Which part of the Bible refers to Shemer, Sumer, as a land of brick-built cities? A. Book of Exodus. B. Book of Revelation. C. Book of Genesis. D. Book of Psalms. Answer. Book of Genesis, Site 1. Section 2, Geography and Environment. 11. In which part of Mesopotamia did agriculture first begin between 7000 and 6000 BCE? A. The southern desert. B. The northeast undulating plains. C. The western mountains. D. The eastern islands. Answer. The northeast undulating plains, Site 1. 12. What is the stretch of upland in northern Mesopotamia called, which is ideal for animal herding? A. Desert. B. Tundra. C. Steppe. D. Savanna. Answer. Steppe, Site 1. 13. Where did the first cities and writing emerge in Mesopotamia? A. The northern steppe. B. The eastern mountains. C. The southern desert. D. The Mediterranean coast. Answer. The southern desert, Site 1. 14. Why could the southern desert of Mesopotamia support cities? A. It received heavy rainfall. B. Rivers Euphrates and Tigris deposited fertile silt. C. It had abundant mineral resources. D. It was a major seaport. Answer. Rivers Euphrates and Tigris deposited fertile silt, Site 1. 15. Which of the following animals produced meat, milk, and wool in abundance on the Mesopotamian steppes? A. Cattle and pigs. B. Sheep and goats. C. Camels and donkeys. D. Horses and yaks. Answer. Sheep and goats, Site 1. 16. Which river's tributaries provide routes of communication into the mountains of Iran? A. Euphrates. B. Tigris. C. Nile. D. Jordan. Answer. Tigris, Site 1. 17. What fruit was provided by date palms in the Mesopotamian summer? A. Apples. B. Dates. C. Grapes. D. Figs. Answer. Dates, Site 1. 18. In ancient times, the natural channels of the Euphrates functioned as A. Defensive moats. B. Irrigation canals and transport routes. C. Fishing ponds only. D. Drinking water reservoirs. Answer. Irrigation canals and transport routes. Site 1. 19. Despite lacking sufficient rainfall, which region's agriculture was considered the most productive in the ancient system? A. Northern Mesopotamia. B. Roman Empire. C. Southern Mesopotamia. D. Greece. Answer. Southern Mesopotamia. Site 1. 20. What natural material did the rivers carry that fertilized the agricultural fields? A. Sand. B. Gravel. C. Silt fine mud. D. Limestone. Answer. Silt fine mud. Site 1. Section 3. The significance of urbanism. 21. The earliest cities in Mesopotamia date back to which age? A. Iron Age. B. Bronze Age. C. Stone Age. D. Copper Age. Answer. Bronze Age. Site 1. 22. Bronze is an alloy of which two metals? A. Copper and iron. B. Iron and tin. C. Copper and tin. D. Gold and silver. Answer. Copper and tin. Site 1. 23. What is a key mark of urban life aside from food production? A. Nomadic herding. B. Division of labor. C. Hunting and gathering. D. Barter system only. Answer. Division of labor. Site 1. 24. The world famous piece of sculpture found at Arak is known as A. The Rosetta Stone. B. The Worka Head. C. The Mask of Agamemnon. D. The Code of Hammurabi. Answer. The Worka Head. Site 1. 25. The Worka Head was sculpted in which material? A. Black basalt. B. White marble. C. Terracotta. D. Bronze. Answer. White marble. Site 1. 26. What material was likely used for the blue inlays of the Worka Head's eyes? A. Turquoise. B. Sapphire. C. Lapis lazuli. D. Glass. Answer. Lapis lazuli. Site 1. 27. What was required to equip foreign expeditions and direct exchanges of goods? A. A written constitution. B. A social organization. C. A standing army. D. Democratic elections. Answer. A social organization. Site 1. 28. Which of the following was not abundant in southern Mesopotamia? A. Textiles. B. Agricultural produce. C. Mineral resources and stones. D. Mud. Answer. Mineral resources and stones. Site 1. 29. What is considered the cheapest mode of transportation in ancient urban economies? A. Over water, river boats. B. Bullock carts. C. Pack animals. D. Human porters. Answer. Over water, river boats. Site 1. 30. In urban economies, the keeping of written records is often required by whom? A. Farmers. B. Commanders and administrators. C. Hunters. D. Foreign traders. Answer. Commanders and administrators. Site 1. Section 4. The development and system of writing. 31. When were the first Mesopotamian clay tablets written? A. 5000 BCE. B. 3200 BCE. C. 2000 BCE. D. 1000 BCE. Answer. 3200 BCE. Site 1. 32. What material did Mesopotamians use to write on? A. Papyrus. B. Parchment. C. Clay tablets. D. Stone slabs. Answer. Clay tablets. Site 1. 33. What is the meaning of the Latin word cuneius, from which cuneiform is derived? A. Picture. B. Wedge. C. Tablet. D. Sound. Answer. Wedge. Site 1. 34. The first Mesopotamian tablets contained picture-like signs and numbers primarily representing A. Royal decrees. B. Religious hymns. C. Lists of goods, oxen, fish, bread. D. Epic poems. Answer. Lists of goods, oxen, fish, bread. Site 1. 35. A cuneiform sign in Mesopotamia represented A. A single vowel. B. A single consonant. C. A syllable. D. A complete sentence. Answer. A syllable. Cite 1. 36. By 2600 BCE, what language was used for cuneiform writing? A. Akkadian. B. Sumerian. C. Aramaic. D. Hebrew. Answer. Sumerian. Cite 1. 37. Which ruler is associated with the organization of the first trade of Sumer in an epic poem? A. Gilgamesh. B. Hammurabi. C. Enmerkar. D. Assurbanipal. Answer. Enmerkar. Cite 1. 38. Enmerkar was the ruler of which prominent Mesopotamian city? A. Ur. B. Babylon. C. Arak. D. Mari. Answer. Arak. Cite 1. 39. In the Epic of Enmerkar, which was writing initially seen as A. A tool for farmers. B. A sign of the superiority of Mesopotamian urban culture. C. A method for religious rituals. D. A temporary fad. Answer. A sign of the superiority of Mesopotamian urban culture. Cite 1. 40. Literacy in ancient Mesopotamia was A. Universal among citizens. B. Common for men but not women. C. Restricted to very few people. D. Only for foreign diplomats. Answer. Restricted to very few people. Cite 1. Section 5. Temples, kings, and city life. 41. The earliest known temple in southern Mesopotamia was made of A. Fired bricks. B. Marble. C. Unbaked bricks. D. Wood. Answer. Unbaked bricks. Cite 1. 42. In Mesopotamian towns, what was the god considered to be the theoretical owner of? A. The sky and stars. B. Agricultural fields, fisheries, and herds. C. Only the temple itself. D. Foreign lands. Answer. Agricultural fields, fisheries, and herds. Cite 1. 43. Which city grew to an enormous extent of 250 hectares around 3000 BCE? A. Mari. B. Ur. C. Arak. D. Babylon. Answer. Arak. Cite 1. 44. What did successful war chiefs do to increase their influence? A. Distributed loot and offered precious booty to temples. B. Abolished writing. C. Destroyed all temples. D. Moved to the northern steppes. Answer. Distributed loot and offered precious booty to temples. Cite 1. 45. What kind of labor was used to build temples in Arak? A. Paid voluntary labor. B. Compulsory labor from war captives and local people. C. Foreign mercenaries. D. Only priests. Answer. Compulsory labor from war captives and local people. Cite 1. 46. What were workers paid in exchange for their compulsory labor? A. Gold coins. B. Silver shekels. C. Rations of grain, cloth, or oil. D. Land grants. Answer. Rations of grain, cloth, or oil. Cite 1. 47. What technological landmark appropriate to an urban economy emerged around 3000 BCE? A. Iron smelting. B. The potter's wheel. C. The printing press. D. The windmill. Answer. The potter's wheel. Cite 1. 48. Cylindrical stone seals in Mesopotamia were used primarily for A. Currency. B. Marking authenticity and securing packages. C. Decorating walls. D. Playing games. Answer. Marking authenticity and securing packages. Cite 1. 49. According to legal texts, what type of family was the norm in Mesopotamian society? A. Joint family. B. Nuclear family. C. Matriarchal family. D. Extended tribal family. Answer. Nuclear family. Cite 1. 50. In the city of Ur, what indicates an absence of town planning? A. Wide avenues. B. Grid layout. C. Narrow winding streets and irregular house shapes. D. Standardized street signs. Answer. Narrow winding streets and irregular house shapes. Cite 1. Section 6. Mari, a trading town in a pastoral zone. 51. After 2000 BCE, which royal capital flourished upstream on the Euphrates? A. Arak. B. Mari. C. D. Nineveh. Answer. Mari. Site 1. 52. The territory of Mari was heavily used for what activity? A. Deep sea fishing. B. Pasturing sheep and goats. C. Mining iron. D. Growing cotton. Answer. Pasturing sheep and goats. Site 1. 53. What ethnolinguistic group did the kings of Mari belong to? A. Sumerians. B. Amorites. C. Assyrians. D. Arameans. Answer. Amorites. Site 1. 54. The kings of Mari built a temple for which god of the steppe? A. Enlil. B. Inanna. C. Dagan. D. Marduk. Answer. Dagan. Site 1. 55. Why was Mari exceptionally prosperous despite not being militarily strong? A. It had the most fertile land. B. It levied taxes on trade boats moving along the Euphrates. C. It mined its own gold. D. It conquered neighboring empire. Answer. It levied taxes on trade boats moving along the Euphrates. Site 1. 56. Copper in Mari's trade network came largely from Alicia, which is the ancient name for A. Crete. B. Cyprus. C. Sicily. D. Malta. Answer. Cyprus. Site 1. 57. What did herders typically exchange with farmers? A. Spices and silk. B. Young animals, cheese, leather, and meat. C. Gold and silver. D. Pottery and glass. Answer. Young animals, cheese, leather, and meat. Site 1. 58. The Great Palace of Mari, covering 2.4 hectares, belonged to which king? A. Gilgamesh. B. Zimrilim. C. Hammurabi. D. Assurbanipal. Answer. Zimrilim. Site 1. 59. What did Mari officers do to boats traveling downstream? A. Sank them. B. Inspected cargo and levied a 10% charge. C. Bought all their goods. D. Hired them for war. Answer. Inspected cargo and levied a 10% charge. Site 1. 60. Which of the following groups were nomadic communities that filtered into the Mesopotamian agricultural heartland? A. Akkadians, Amorites, Assyrians. B. Romans and Greeks. C. Egyptians and Nubians. D. Harappans. Answer. Akkadians, Amorites, Assyrians. Site 1. Section 7. Legacy of Writing and Culture. 61. The most poignant reminder of the pride Mesopotamians took in their cities comes from which epic? A. The Iliad. B. The Gilgamesh epic. C. The Mahabharata. D. The Enuma Elish. Answer. The Gilgamesh epic. Site 1. 62. According to the Gilgamesh epic, what did Gilgamesh admire after failing to find immortality? A. His massive army. B. The foundations and city wall of Uruk. C. His wealth. D. His library. Answer. The foundations and city wall of Uruk. Site 1. 63. What is arguably the greatest legacy of Mesopotamia to the world? A. The invention of gunpowder. B. Iron metallurgy. C. The scholarly tradition of time reckoning and mathematics. D. Democracy. Answer. The scholarly tradition of time reckoning and mathematics. Site 1. 64. The division of the year into 12 months and the hour into 60 minutes originated from A. Egyptians. B. Mesopotamians. C. Romans. D. Greeks. Answer. Mesopotamians. Site 1. 65. Which Assyrian king collected a massive library at his capital, Nineveh? A. Nabopolassar. B. Nabonidus. C. Assurbanipal. D. Sargon. Answer. Assurbanipal. Site 1. 66. Assurbanipal's library at Nineveh contained approximately how many tablets? A. 1,000. B. 5,000. C. 30,000. D. 100,000. Answer. 30,000. Site 1. 67. Who released Babylonia from Assyrian domination in 625 BCE? A. Alexander. B. Nabopolassar. C. Gilgamesh. D. Nabonidus. Answer. Nabopolassar. Site 1. 68. Who was the last ruler of independent Babylon? A. Hammurabi. B. Nabonidus. C. Sargon. D. Zimrilim. Answer, Nabonidus. Site 1. 69. In 331 BCE, who conquered Babylon? A. Julius Caesar. B. Cyrus the Great. C. Alexander of Macedonia. D. Darius. Answer, Alexander of Macedonia. Site 1. 70. Mathematical tablets from around 1800 BCE in Mesopotamia contain tables for A. Calculus. B. Multiplication, division, and square roots. C. Trigonometry only. D. Geometry of spheres only. Answer, multiplication, division, and square roots.